Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. CHUBE? Oh, where is it? Oh, nope. There we go. So why... Man, this is a slow intro. Hi, guys. How are you? Good, I hope. Okay, why some say CHUBE and some say TOOB? Okay. Original link to the Discord and... No, original link to the video, top of the description, below that link to the Discord. Would love to have you. I do speak English. Powerful intro.
A lot of you have asked me why some people...
Sorry, I'm going to subscribe.
...say YouTube and Tuesday instead of YouTube and Tuesday.
Guys,
on the other hand...
I really hope I'm not coming across as rude. I promise I love the differences. I'm not hating on the differences, okay? So I'm saying this with love.
YouTube and Tuesday instead of YouTube and Tuesday. On the other hand, nobody has asked me why most native speakers say statue and situation instead of statue and situation. But actually, it's the same phenomenon. So let's get into that right.
What? Oh, I was going to say because those don't have a U, but they do.
Situation.
Sorry.
But actually, it's the same phenomenon. So let's get into that right now. If you saw my last video on train changing and street shopping, you'll know that those pronunciations are triggered by English R. Well, the YouTube type pronunciation, which I'm going to call tuna chewing, is triggered by the sound U. And when I say the sound U, I don't mean oo, I mean U beginning with the sound Y. The phonetic symbol for Y is a J, as in Jägermeister. This sound Y is all over the place in English, in literally...
So he means U, not the letter U. So when it's... Oh my god, my brain is... Sorry, guys. Okay.
In U beginning with the sound Y. The phonetic symbol for Y is a J, as in Jägermeister. This sound Y is all over the place in English, in literally thousands of words. Sometimes it's written with the letter Y, as in yes, you, yet, young, but most of the time the sound Y is not written with the letter Y. It's hiding inside the letter U. How did it get there? Where did it come from? In 1066, England was taken over by French-speaking Vikings, Norsemen who'd been living in France just long enough to become Normans. Probably nothing did more to make English the messed up thing it is than a few hundred years with French spoken by the elite and Middle English spoken by the masses.
So... would we be much more... we are a Germanic language, right? But would we be much more similar to, you know, Norse languages, German, Dutch, Danish, and then, you know, the Scandinavian languages? And does German, or do German and Dutch have a similar influence because they're close to France?
If you studied French at all, you'll know that the letter U in French has a distinctive pronunciation.
Don't try to be funny with me, monsieur!
This French U, which is also in German, Mandarin Chinese and other languages, is in fact a composite vowel. It contains two elements. The tongue makes an E vowel, while the lips are rounded as in a classic U vowel. If you keep your lips rounded as if you're whistling, and then make an E sound inside your mouth behind the lips, the result is this French type U. If you don't believe me, record yourself and listen to the result. Now, when
Am I doing it?
French words like these were absorbed into Middle English, speakers split the French U vowel into its two elements, E then U, making a two-part diphthong, ew. And there was also a second bunch of Old English words like fewer and newer that shifted more or less simultaneously to have this same ew diphthong.
My two most hated subjects were English, were English, which you guys know, like English isn't like learning how to speak English. Well, no, it's like writing essays and stuff and reading things. I can't. It's late. Okay, give me a break. What was my point? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, I hate all of these grammar terms and language terms, suffix and something now. All of those I'm so bad at, and so it's fascinating, but
Now, in
my
Wales,
brain
things kind of stayed like this, and Welsh English still has pronunciations like music and few.
music.
But elsewhere,
Few.
the E part of the
Music.
diphthong turned from a vowel into a consonant glide. In other words, our Y sound. Music, few,
Oh.
etc. And this is why the English letter names are not A-E-I-O-U, but A-E-I-O-U. Now, it's a bit odd having a Y stuck to the front of one of your vowels. I mean, we have make and me and mile and most, but music and museum and mutant and mucus, etc. It's just a bit of a pain.
Okay, but you don't just have you and oo with you. You have comet, like I E E and A. So they all have that. Am I missing something?
Especially when the preceding consonant, unlike M, is made with the tip of the tongue.
Jesus Christ.
And mutant and mucus, etc. It's just a bit of a pain, especially when the preceding consonant, unlike M, is made with the tip of the tongue, like T, D, N, S. These tip of the tongue consonants, as you may remember if you saw my last video, are called alveolar, or American alveolar.
Alveolar. But we're gonna listen to that. But the confusing part about, or the interesting thing about the Tuesday, as opposed to Tuesday, isn't the Tuesday. That's it's not the U sound that's odd, although it's more the ch sound. It's like, why? Okay, Tuesday. All right, fine. But Tuesday, why the ch?
Tip of the tongue.
I'm sure he's going to go into it.
Like T, D, N, S. These tip of the tongue consonants, as you may remember if you saw my last video, are called alveolar, or American alveolar.
Alveolar.
Our Y sound, by contrast, is a palatal sound, made with the tongue bunched
Palatal.
up a bit further back in the mouth.
Yeah.
And just as we saw in the last video, with alveolars followed by R, so we find that English has a habit of taking these alveolar plus Y sequences and simplifying them. In the rest of the video, we're going to look at the two main ways this simplifying happens in various accents of English. The first is simply to drop the Y sound. This is known as yod dropping, because yod is the name that we give in phonetics to the Y sound. Most of us have yod dropping in su at the beginning of a word. For example, suit and super. In fact, we find it quite amusing if we hear posh old-fashioned speakers retaining the Y, as in Superman suit. American English has extended this
German.
yod dropping after alveolar consonants. Most Americans preserve the yod in cube, but drop it in tube. They preserve it in immune, but drop it in Dune. They drop it in Luke, but keep it in puke. And they drop it in consume, intuition, and Ursula, but keep it in confuse, amputation, and Dracula.
Okay, so tube, cube, Dune, immune. I get it, right? Puke, the EU. Fascinating nonetheless, but I am wondering the ch. Consume. No, it's not confuse. It's not amputation or Dracula or cube, immune, or liuk. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm learning.
Some accents take yod dropping even further than in America. Many speakers in this eastern region of England can have yod dropping after all consonants, not just the alveolars.
This beautiful golden bird is the best turkey I've ever produced. My new golden drummers.
Now let's look at the other way speakers simplify a sequence of an alveolar plus yod. This is by merging or coalescing the two sounds, creating a new sound intermediate between the two. If you saw my last video, you'll know that this intermediate zone is called postalveolar. This merger or coalescence happens widely across many accents right after a stress. So T and yod coalesce to form postalveolar ch.
Okay, yeah. So,
You'll know that this intermediate zone is called postalveolar. This merger or coalescence happens widely across many accents right after a stress. So T and yod coalesce to form postalveolar ch, as in statue, situation, fortune, virtual, congratulations, etc.
that was the mind blow moment right there that really brought it together. Fantastic video, Dr. Geoff Lindsay. Really, really good.
Coalesce to form postalveolar ch, as in statue, situation, fortune, virtual, congratulations, etc. D and yod coalesce to form postalveolar j, as in graduate, procedure, individual, education.
Right, rather than graduate, procedure, individual, education. Okay.
S and yod coalesce to form postalveolar sh, as in sensual, issue, pressure. Z
Sensual
and yod
issue.
coalesce to form postalveolar j, as in seizure, visual, usual, treasury. Now, in stressed positions, accents vary in how
I
much they
understood.
do this yod coalescence. Now, in stressed positions, accents vary in how much they do this yod coalescence or tuna chewing. Aside from the beautiful type of
Tuna.
speakers in the East, people in England do it a lot and increasingly. So in a word like this one, we have those who drop the yod, like most Americans,
YouTube.
those who keep it,
Look at the YouTube video again. YouTube.
and tuna chewers like me who do
YouTube.
yod coalescence, YouTube.
On iTunes or on YouTube.
Likewise, in this word, Americans generally drop the yod,
Dune.
some Brits keep it,
Dune? You can't do Dune in a movie. Dune.
and some, including me, coalesce it so it sounds exactly like the month
Sorry,
June.
June. Well, June has the J sound. Well, that's what he means, I guess. Okay, sorry. Oh my god, I had an important point. It's such a good video, by the way. Oh yeah, I always thought, and it makes me feel like an idiot, that it was just like it was an accent, like pakika in the yard, like, you know, there isn't a rationale behind the yard, park, car. It's just how you say it. But this actually has that has a reason behind it. Does that make sense?
My native accent, I'm from Merseyside, is about as coalescent as you can get. I have presume and presumably, which isn't as common, but probably spreading.
I don't presume.
I think we presume.
And like
Prosciutto.
the street shopping I discussed last time, my native accent can do stupid shopping.
Stupid
Like
shopping.
a stupid Rod Stewart costume. Some speakers
Dang, stupid Rod Stewart costume.
have like a stupid Rod Stewart costume.
It's just and I'm about to say it's such a it's almost a tiring experience. It's not tiring, but more. It's like I have to think, right? But that's one of the things that's so fascinating about different languages, not just different accents, but different languages. In that some people are just used to speaking their language or accent with certain sounds, and so that their muscle memory of their face, mouth muscles, tongue muscles are used to, you know, working in a certain way. So for me, it's that way. But I know if you're always doing it, it's not going to be very laborious.
Like a stupid Rod Stewart costume. Some speakers have stupid shopping and street shopping.
And also, the idea that you can restrict protests that are noisy is really stupid. Stupid.
Sounds like Sean Connery.
Stupid.
There's a lot of variation in yod dropping and yod coalescence as we move from accent to accent and even from word to word. Some speakers have tuna chewing and stupid shopping in some words, but American-style yod dropping in other words like new or new.
They've done some stuff that's really, really stupid. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid. New. Stupid. New.
Things get even more complicated with words borrowed into the language relatively recently. If a word arrived in English quite a while ago, there's a good chance it was nativized or treated as if it was a long-standing English word. The island of Cuba entered English centuries ago and was awarded a yod, Cuba. But words that arrived more recently tend not to be nativized so much. So it would be a bit weird to have a jacuzzi.
They have a brancusi in the bathroom. Do you mean a jacuzzi? No, they have one of those as well.
Likewise, we've long been familiar with Ukraine, but we don't try to nativize Uma to Yuma. And over a century ago, we got to know Rasputin, who was given...
I can't think of a way when there's a UK, like ukulele, Ukraine. Oh yeah, Uma. Never mind.
And over a century ago, we got to know Rasputin, who was given a yod, as in disputing. But more recently, speakers avoid putting a yod in Putin, mostly.
President Putin.
Putin. Vladimir Putin has a few more aces up his sleeve.
The Putin sounds so much more Russian too. Putin. 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 No, Putin. Vladimir Putin. Sorry. Okay, Putin. That's how I would say Putin.
And he has the endorsement of Vladimir Putin himself. Putin himself.
And similarly, we don't say Sudoku or Malibu or Keanu.
Sudoku.
Speaking of whom, we can get the same thing when an English accent that generally pronounces yods takes a new word from an accent that drops them.
Dude.
In the UK, we may tend to say Dune or even June, but no Brit would be so uncool as to use a yod in dude.
40-something dude. It was a dude. A confident dude. One dude even said, there's this dude. We spoke to some dude. The dude who, super popular dude. There's a dude. There's Herman Miller dude. This dude. You're a cool dude. Random dude.
Adolf Hitler was one bad dude. Weird dude.
So what about nude? Nude? Nude?
Bad dude. Random dude. Some dude. Older dude. French dude. German dude. White dude. Another dude. Dude. That's cool, dude.
Or maybe there is one Brit who would.
I say to all the doubters, dude, we are going to energize the...
Sausages. Boris Johnson has my favorite voice of anyone of all time. Sausages. Dude.
Country, we're going to get Brexit done.
Dude.
I say to all the doubters, dude, we are going to energize the country. We're going to get Brexit done.
Hey, dude, are you sure?
It's so much better.
Dude is especially difficult to say. Dude. Look, if I can somewhat follow a video to teach me something, especially a grammar video or just language, right? You made an amazing video. That was so good, extremely enjoyable. Dr. G.F. Lindsay, super, super good. A+, in my opinion. Who am I? Awesome. Would love to see any comments, guys. Hope you're all doing well. If not, chin up. You'll be good soon. Don't worry. See you next time. Bye, guys.